watching America's first and only daily talk show for and about the Filipinos, where today we are going to simplify family law for you with Simply Legal.
Hindi kailangan nakakalito ang batas. Liwanagin natin sa Simply Legal. Brought to you by Attorney Karina Castañeda and Attorney Manny Ibay.
Attorney Manny Ibay, hello and welcome to Kababayan, LA. It's been forever.
I know.
How have you been?
I'm good. I'm glad to see your feet are okay.
Oh, yes, better than those celebrities having divorces and all that. We're going to be talking about that today on the show. A lot of people go through that same problem. But okay, just recently, Oksana dropped charges against Mel Gibson, and we see a lot of these celebrity divorces. The biggest one, of course, is Tiger Woods.
Right, of course, Tiger. I mean, I'm not here to say anything negative about him because he's still my favorite athlete out there, and I still have a picture of him on my wall, and I still have his watch. But I mean, he did have the biggest divorce in 2010, at least from a money standpoint.
Right, money standpoint, she got $100 million or so, but there was a prenup.
Most likely, there was a prenup. He got married when he was already established, and he already had a lot of money. So I would say that he had a prenup.
Some people have the perception that prenups are only to protect the partner that has money. But it's not the case, because you can have provisions in the prenup about cheating too, right? You can.
You can have, I mean, we don't know what was in his prenup. Normally, they don't have that. I don't think Donald Trump had that, or, you know, I don't know.
The cheating provision?
Yeah, I don't think they have that.
Okay.
But, I mean, sometimes they put that in. I mean, especially when, let's say, one partner has that kind of, you know, reputation going in, and somebody may be weary about getting married to somebody like that, and that's the case. But
now, I always hear about California being a no-fault state, and we've explained this before, and just to make sure, what does that mean?
What that means is that in terms of how property is divided, it's not going to matter whether or not, let's say, I was a great husband to you, or whether or not I cheated on you with 5 different girls.
So it doesn't matter.
You're still going to get the same money from a community property division standpoint. You're not going to get more because the judge, you can't tell the judge, oh, you know, well, he had all these girlfriends and I found all these texts, then I should get more money. No, that's what no fault means. You just need to show that there are irreconcilable differences. I mean, you know, obviously if you have other girlfriends or whatever, those are irreconcilable differences.
Okay, so this is what happens with celebrity divorces, and regular divorces, they're no different, yeah?
They're the same, just not
less money?
Not newsworthy, because people don't know who they are, and they're also not the same kind of money. But I mean, they're very serious to the people who are involved in them.
Right. I would think, though, the problem that regular couples go through more often is having to decide whether to live together while going through a divorce, or because of financial concerns, obviously.
Yes, that's probably the worst situation you can have. And I mean, I've had clients who've had to do this. You've got a situation where a couple decides to get a divorce, and let's say that they're living together in an apartment or a condominium, and if one person, if neither party wants or decides to leave, then they could basically be living together in the same place, in the same apartment for 2 years, and just maybe stay in separate bedrooms.
Wow, talk about awkward, and that is going to be very difficult. Is there some form of relief available then to say, you know, one party, I want to kick him out, I want him out, or?
Well, there really isn't anything. There's no official way of doing it. A lot of times what happens, and, you know, cases sometimes come to me when I hear, oh, you know, I just got a restraining order on me from my wife, and, you know, now she's also filing a divorce. Sometimes, you know, if, let's say, some violence has been going on.
So battery.
If there's some kind of violence that they can attribute.
Do you have to prove it, or can you contest it?
Well, you can allege anything.
Okay.
And then
you get a restraining order, even if you're just alleging?
You're alleging it. You get a temporary restraining order, and then you go in a couple of weeks, and then you have to prove up your case to the judge. A lot of times these kind of things turn out where right before somebody decides to get a divorce, they'll do that restraining order, because that's a way of getting somebody out of the house. I mean, it's kind of not a great thing to do, but it happens.
But if you are indeed a victim of domestic violence, what steps must you take in order to get out of that marriage?
Well, they would have to request some kind of temporary restraining order to get the husband or wife, whoever's getting hit in the house, to be removed. And then afterwards.
So that's number one, the TRO.
Yes.
Before you file for dissolution.
You could do them both at the same time.
Okay.
But that's generally the order, and then you would file a dissolution. And if, let's say, you're a stay-at-home parent and the other person is working, then you would ask for temporary child support, temporary spousal support, and that happens pretty easily.
And then it becomes more complicated after that. And that is why Attorney Manny Ibay gives free consultation. That's the number to call on the screen to schedule your appointment now. And next time you come back, maybe we'll talk about child support and
sure.
stuff like that. Custody and
good.
support. That's what makes things complicated. But for now, thank you so much and more power to you.
Well, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, same here. Magbabalik ko pa ang Kababayan LA. Don't go away.